Well, there's a full-scale war going on in Israel after being attacked by Iran-funded Hamas.
Are you kidding me right now?
Here in America, we like to hear what our politicians think. Ilhan Omar.
Bullshit.
Rashid Tlaib.
Bullshit.
Democrats.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bueller. I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this
You're a fucking idiot.
is what's next. Well, a good and happy Tuesday, y'all. Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hopefully better than what's going on in Israel right now because, yeah, all hell is breaking loose over there and continues to do so. With that, we here in America like to hear what people think. You know, via TV, via social media. We like to hear what they think, especially our politicians because they're so knowledgeable, so caring. You know, it's all about you. It's not about us. You know, we don't want any power or, you know, we're not being greedy. Well, a particular group has been eerily silent, to quote Dave Chappelle, on the matters that are going on in Israel right now. They happen to be part of the squad, especially Rashid Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. Gee, I wonder why. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. AOC, other squad members backed by the Democratic Socialists of America, mum on rally cheering Hamas. I just don't understand it. Usually they're so vocal. Members of the Progressive Squad in Congress who are affiliated with the Democratic Socialists of America remained mum on DSA's rally in New York City on Sunday, which supported the Palestinian terrorist group Hamas and its attack on Israel over the weekend. While Sandy Cortez, you know, our favorite little bartender, who the DSA has regarded as one of its foremost socialist superstars, condemned the attack on Israel in the strongest possible terms, quote unquote, as Politico noted on Sunday. She had not weighed in on a DSA rally in her home city. Breitbart News reached out to her office asking where she stands on the rally, but received no response at the time of the publication. Ali London, young Israeli woman named Noah, who was attending a music festival promoting peace near Gaza border had been kidnapped by Hamas militants and driven away on this motorcycle. You might have seen this. She added in her statement that an immediate ceasefire and de-escalation is urgently needed to save lives. Yes, let's all gather at the table. The office of another member of a squad affiliate with the DSA, Rashid Tlaib, did not respond to Breitbart's news comment request of this publication, asking if she condemned or supported the rally. Tlaib, a Palestinian American, a known racist as well, said in a statement on Sunday she was grieving for the Palestinian Israeli lives lost, but did not condemn the Hamas attacks. Again, color me shocked. This Israeli mother and her two daughters were kidnapped by Hamas today and are now being held hostage in Gaza. Rashid Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Sandy Cortez. Do you see this? Quote, the path to the future that must include lifting the blockade, ending the occupation, dismantling the apartheid system that creates the suffocating, dehumanizing conditions that can lead to resistance, she added before blasting the U.S. aid of Israel. As long as our country provides billions in unconditional funding to support the apartheid government, this heartbreaking cycle of violence will continue, she said. And your thoughts on Ukraine? Thought so. Ryan Savdra. Rashid Tlaib blames Israel for the Palestinian terrorist attacks that have killed hundreds. Tlaib, who is Palestine, does not condemn the attacks and calls for the U.S. to defund Israel. Quote, I grieve the Palestinian and Israeli lives lost yesterday, today, and every day. I am determined to fight for a just future where everyone can live in peace, without fear, with true freedom, equal rights, human dignity. These paths to the future must include lifting the blockade, as I just read. The failure to recognize the violent reality of living under siege, occupation, and apartheid makes no one safer. No person, no child should go through this. Tlaib caught heat for her comments. Danny Denton, the 17th permanent member, a representative for Israel to the United Nations, slammed her comments as simply beyond belief. Quote, this response was simply beyond belief, while even the worst Israel bashers denounced the barbaric attacks on Hamas by Hamas terror group against innocent Israeli citizens. Rashid Tlaib is unable to condemn the atrocities and instead insists on mourning the deaths of terrorists. Notably, Tlaib's second to last post on X, as the writing was a retweet from DSA's Detroit arm on Friday, a day before the Hamas attack. So really, she really didn't weigh in, did she, just on prior sayings. Another squad member, Omar, of course, who married her brother, condemned the horrific attacks and took place at Israel against children, women, and elderly, and the unarmed, but did not weigh in on DSA's New York City rally. Breitbart News did not hear back on her comment request to a senior advisor for Omar at the time of publication. Similarly, Jamal Bowman, New York, who made news by pulling the fire alarm. Yes, remember him? Yeah, he got his 15 minutes, fucking clown. Moments before the House was set to vote on a bill to avoid a government shutdown, came out against the terrorist attacks but remained silent on the rally. Bowman, press secretary, had not responded to Breitbart News at the time of publication. You sensing a theme here? You too? Yeah, I thought so. I strongly condemn the horrific attacks on Hamas, and I'm saddened by the loss of precious lives, especially on the holy day of Simchat Torah, he said on Saturday in a statement. That was already written, and of course that was just after he pulled the fire alarm. Michael Fraud. Yet another example of Palestinian barbarity and cruelty. Yeah, I saw the video of this. If you guys haven't seen the video of this, it's heartbreaking. It is heart-wrenching. I'll talk about that in my thoughts. The silence from these four squad members is in contrast to prominent Democrats such as Hochul, Schumer, who have condemned the rally. The people of Israel are facing violent terrorist attacks and civilian kidnappings, Hochul tweeted. I condemn the planned rallies in Times Square tomorrow in support of the perpetrators of these horrific actions. The planned rally is abhorrent and morally repugnant. Wow. Kathy Hochul said this. First, on that picture of that woman.
ברגע שיצאנו מהממ"ד, דודה שלי התקשרה לאמא בצרחות, תפתחו את הפייסבוק, תפתחו את הפייסבוק. אמא לא הצליחה בכלל לפתוח, רעדה בכל הגוף שלה. אני פתחתי מהטלפון שלי וראיתי זוועה, ראיתי את האסון הכי גדול שאפשר בכלל לדמיין. סבתא שלי על הרצפה בבית שלה, רצוחה בסרטון. כל הרצפה דם, סבתא שלי שוכבת שם. המחבל פשוט לקח את הנייד הפרטי שלה, צילם אותה והעלה את זה לקיר פייסבוק הפרטי שלה. ככה התבשרנו, ככה גילינו את זה. צרחנו ברמות, כולם פה איבדו את זה, צרחנו. זה מראות הכי קשים שאפשר בכלל לדמיין ולהריץ לעצמך בראש. פשוט זה לא עוזב אותנו עד עכשיו, זה לא יעזוב אותנו בחיים.
If you haven't seen the video is heart-wrenching. She talks about finding out that her grandmother was killed through Facebook. Hamas posted a video of her grandmother getting killed on Facebook. You know, the same Facebook that if you talked about the coup, if you had questions about COVID, if you talked about the efficacy of the vax, that wonderful magical vax, you were canceled. You were demonetized. You were thrown off the air. But show barbaric murders, you're okay with Facebook. Good job, Meta. Not a surprise that the stupid squad has remained silent. Not surprised. A couple of them said, we condemn, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, in a press release, because of course you already had it written down. Because you knew you were going to get roasted if you didn't say anything. Which, of course, you are getting roasted because you said nothing. But the hypocrisy of it all. While these four were jumping up and down, send billions to Ukraine in a proxy war against Russia. Send billions to Ukraine. You know, we need to help Ukraine. You know, because Captain Sweatpants is running around doing meets with Democratic leaders and having pictures taken in by Vogue. So, you know, it's a serious situation going on over there. But in Israel, a tiny little country, about the size of Connecticut, is surrounded by enemies. Of course, it is biblical prophecy, for those of you who believe in those things, as I do. But not a surprise. Israel has been getting spat upon, literally and figuratively, for the better part of the last 50 years, ever since they declared statehood in 1948. Are we going to get any real responses from these knuckleheads in Congress? I'm not just talking about the super squad. I'm talking about the other ass swipes in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party as well. And I'm not leaving you guys out either. You guys are just as guilty. No. You'll get a clip here. You'll get a clip there. You'll get a statement on, you know, you get a Twitter statement or what have you, X statement, whatever you want to call it, you know. You know. But that's all you're going to get. If they had any balls whatsoever, they would have slammed the rally in New York. They would have slammed rallies in other cities across the country. I condemn these rallies wholeheartedly, fully. These rallies are abhorrent, disgusting, trash-filled morons running around in support. But then again, like I said in my last video, we brought that upon ourselves because we allowed it to happen. Where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to continue to talk about it. Unlike the stupid squad, who basically, you know, has their thumb up their asses and is eerily silent. I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.